that time of year again. It is Thanksgiving week for my American friends, so happy Thanksgiving to those of you that celebrate it. And I actually do celebrate it, so does my husband. We have a couple of friends. We all just super love America, and we started this tradition where every year we get together and do a whole Thanksgiving dinner and everything together, and we celebrate it. I mean, why not? Life is about celebrating the little things, right? And anyway, each year I also do a makeup tutorial of makeup that I'm currently thankful for. So we are doing that again this year. Now I'll link I can't remember if I have 1 or 2 of these videos, but whatever I have on my channel, I'll link them down below for you guys. But this is just essentially just us putting on makeup together and me showing you the makeup products that I am currently very thankful to have in my collection. So hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. Now, if it does, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Zoomed in nice and close. We all know one thing I'm thankful for is coffee. This is nearly empty, but this is not my first for the day. I love me some coffee. So I want to put a lip balm on, or like a lip, something to, you know, soften the lips as I put this makeup on, as I always do. And I'm really struggling to pick just one because Tower 28, Luna Beauty, Mario Moisture Glow, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip, the Vive Lip Dew. I love them all. I love them all so much. So what shall we pick? You know, my recent love is the Luna Beauty lip oil. This is the watermelon one. And so let's use this one today to put some balm on while we do our makeup. We're gonna do eyes first. Now, an eye primer that I'm utterly thankful for is the Rare Beauty Eye Primer. I love this stuff. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I can see it's nearly empty. I'm actually going to pick up a new one. I'm actually going to be going to Melbourne for a couple of days. I would have already been and gone by the time you, well and truly been and gone by the time you see this video, because I pre-film in advance. But I go to Melbourne next week for 3 days with my mama bear. We're just having a little bit of a girls trip and I'm very excited. But I will be going to a Sephora while I'm down there. I live pretty far away from a Sephora here. I say pretty far away. That's really dramatic. I live on the south side and I would have to go to the north side, and that's a lot for me. So normally I order online for Sephora. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna go in store and pick up another one. You don't care. I feel like you've probably already seen the thumbnail and know, but who guessed the eyeshadow palette that I'm thankful for this year? Moonlit Seduction from Pat McGrath Labs. I love this. This was the Mothership palette of my dreams. The only thing I would change is I would take out these 2 mattes and put in a neutral, like the subliminal transition shade, and like a medium between these two. Like a medium in between this shade and the subliminal transition shade. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And then this would be like the ultimate perfect palette for me, literally. Like I wouldn't change a damn thing. So I just adore this palette just so much. There's a lot of palettes that I really do truly love this year, but this is like truly an exceptional palette to me, truly. It doesn't really quite have a transition shade for me. So I'm gonna take Statuesque from Pat McGrath Labs because this is like just a perfect single transition shade. You can pick this up off her website. I think it's like $21 or $23 or something. And keep an eye out because I'm sure in Black Friday sales is potentially on sale, even cheaper again. I'm gonna take a Refa number 27, which Refa brushes. Extremely grateful and thankful for Refa brushes. Okay, there you go. Refa brushes. These changed my makeup game. Changed it, swear on it. And I love them. And I believe they should be having 50% off right now. I would have already put it up on my channel. You would already know. But these are amazing. This is gonna be a long video, can you tell? Okay, we're gonna pick this up on a Refa 27 and I'm just gonna start working this through the crease, outer corner, all of that jazz, building it up. In my time, it's the 12th of November and Lisa Eldridge just released her holiday collection, which was the 5 eyeshadow palettes and the new lips and stuff. And I was up at 2 AM this morning because I was really worried that the 2 particular colors of palettes I wanted were gonna sell out because it seemed like everybody wanted what I wanted. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get up. Normally I would wait until the morning, and if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. It's not meant to be. But I really wanted to try the Lisa eyeshadow formula, so I was up at 2 AM. Yep, dedicated to the cause, you guys. I picked up the Lisa Eldridge Vega palette and also the Sorcery. You knew I picked up Sorcery, didn't you? With those greens. So I picked up those two. I want them all. Legitimately want them all. I love that you can mix and match between them. That floats my boat, which is the reason why I want them all. I almost wish that she released an empty eyeshadow palette and let people create their own. That probably would have been more appealing to me actually. But I did get Vega and I did get Sorcery. So I am that excited. I also got the Sorcery lipstick and lip liner as well. I'm not sure about how the color's gonna go on me, but I really just wanted to try it. Because I do love her lipstick formula, and so we'll see. If they come early, I'm sure a review's probably potentially already up on my channel. If not, it is coming very soon, so hang tight. It'll just depend on shipping. And then if I like the formula, then I'll pick up the other shades, because the pound is not quite double at the moment, but normally the pound is about double Australian dollars. So £49 is usually about 100 Australian dollars. It's not quite that at the moment. It's not quite that bad, but yeah, it's you know, it's a lot. So as long as I like the formula, then I'll pick up the other shades. But the level of eyeshadow that I have in my collection that I've brought in just in the last like month or two, like it's just eyeshadow palette season and I can't keep up. And it's crazy. So I don't really need more eyeshadows. It'll just be because I really love and admire Lisa. And if I love that formula, then for me, it's like adding to my Lisa collection, I guess. I just love her so much, honestly. I'm a proper fangirl for her. I'm not gonna lie, proper fangirl. I'm gonna take a What's Up Beauty R102 and I'm gonna go into this shade right now. And I'm just gonna do the exact same steps, but just slightly more concentrated, like we always do. I've mentioned this, I think, in a video before, but yeah, I think I'm going to put myself on not a fully enforced low buy, because anytime I do that, it ends up horrible for me and I end up buying more makeup than I would have if I wasn't on a low buy, but more so just a really conscious, like, I'm just dipping back into that statuesque shade, sorry, really conscious purchasing kind of regime for the start of next year, just because I really don't need any more eyeshadow, especially. I think maybe more so a low buy on eyeshadow, and just if it's like Pat McGrath Labs or Natasha Denona or something, I don't know, just something, if it's something I really want, then maybe I'll pick it up. I just really want to enjoy what I have in my collection and really kind of show you guys different looks and inspiration to kind of use what you've got as well, because I'm sure a lot of you have bought a lot of eyeshadow like I have, and even if you haven't, you probably still have a lot of eyeshadow, so yeah. So that's my plan for the new year. I think I'm gonna do a Pat McGrath Labs series in January. I think January will be a good time to do it. I've got a lot of different kind of videos planned for December, so I'm not gonna do it in December. I mean, I'll do looks and stuff, but I've just got other video ideas for December. But I think January, where like, you know, we're not looking at buying things, Christmas is over, there's not really a lot of new releases and all that kind of stuff. I think that'll be a really good time to do a Pat series. Another thing that I am utterly thankful for and actually cannot live without, as I've discovered this year, is my Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick. I ran out of this briefly and honestly, like, almost didn't want to do my makeup because this makes such a difference to me, and I know that sounds dramatic, but truly, I mean every word of it. I have a backup now. I will continue to have a backup. Thank God it's at Sephora Australia now too. I'm gonna apply this to 3/4 of my lid so that, you know, it's gonna be, if I do run out, I can at least get it from Sephora Australia. But I just cannot get enough of this stuff. It is so good. It just makes my eyeshadow wear so much better. I'm gonna take a Refa number 28, which is just a flat brush, and I have to go into this one today. I really do. I love this. I really do. I have to. The other, oh, my headband is falling off. Where are you going? There we go. The other look that I wanted to do was either lay this down and put this over the top, but I'm gonna go into VR Ecstasy because I really want to. I'm just gonna pack this pretty much all over the lid. Look at it. Makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. It's just such a beautiful shade. And I'm not being neat I'm kind of making it like, I want it to be like a smoky, metallic-y, oil slick kind of look. So I'd love to know what you guys are thankful for this year, if it's makeup or if it's something else. Like if it's a makeup product or if it's something else that you've got or someone else, or you know, whatever it is. I'd love to hear. Even if you don't celebrate it, I think it's always a nice time to take a step back and, you know, see what we can be thankful for in our lives. I do like to practice gratitude. That sounded sarcastic. I meant that. So that's pretty much how we're looking. I'm very into that, very into it. Oh, I just love that shade. It is so dimensional, it's crazy. I'm moving on to base makeup now, and you guys are gonna find this quite funny, especially if you watch my videos and know, especially if you remember a lot of my videos. So I'm gonna caveat this with the primer. This isn't my #1 makeup for the year either, by the way, but this is the makeup that I'm just really thankful to have in my collection at this moment. And I will say that if I had it and it wasn't empty, it would be the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. Not the Complexion Touch, but the Water Fresh Tint. That is my favorite primer of all time. I adore it. And I'm just waiting to use up some of my current ones before I repurchase that, because if I have it, I'll just use it all the time and then none of the others will get used. But surprisingly, last year's I'm pretty sure was the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and I still love and adore that. Still love and adore that. But I wanted to bring something different and new to the equation this year. And I picked the Tatcha Silk Canvas, Liquid Silk Canvas. And what's really funny about this is that, I'm just taking this on a brush, is that might have been a month ago now, I put this in a makeup I regret purchasing video. But I don't know, I'm thinking my skin has changed or something, because I hadn't used it in ages and I remember being like, oh, it just makes my skin a bit oily. I don't super find it does anything. My makeup looked so good in that video, like I mean so good. Not my under eyes from the concealer, but you know. But I've used this primer ever since. I haven't put it down and my skin always looks really good with it. And so now I'm really obsessed with it and I can't stop using it. So I'm actually really, I guess I'm thankful for that makeup I regret purchasing video, because it made me fall in love with this. So happy days. I'm gonna put my color corrector on now, and the color corrector that I'm incredibly thankful for is the Charlotte Tilbury Vanish. I think it's Magic Vanish or Vanish color corrector. This is in the shade 1. I love this stuff. It is such a good color corrector. I hated it. This is another one that I regretted purchasing when I first tried it. And I don't know, I just got really, I think I just used it so much and then I stopped using it and I was like, actually that really works and I really like it. So I'm definitely proper grateful for this color corrector. Foundation, I feel like you might know which one this is. It has to be this foundation. I adore it, and it is the NARS Light Reflecting. You haven't seen it. This is in the shade Mont Blanc, by the way. You haven't seen it a bit just because this is super light for me and I feel like it is gonna be too light for me, but we'll just bronze up extra if that's the case. But I had to use this foundation for this video because this is my foundation that I'm thankful for. I wore this on my wedding day. It is utterly brilliant. And so it has to be worn today, but it's summer here, so this is apparently my winter shade. I never realized that I tanned really quickly until I think I went outdoors for a whole day and I wore like a off the shoulder dress, and now I've got this like full tan just from that one day. Like all my foundations are like pretty much too light for me just from that one day. So there you go. This foundation is just perfect. It's so skin-like. It's so good for an everyday. It's so long wearing. There's just nothing about this foundation I don't like. I just feel like my skin looks juiced up, healthy, glowy in all the best ways. It's definitely too light for me. Oh, it might not, no, it's too light for me, but it's fine. We'll bronze, don't you? Everybody stay calm. Concealer, hands down. As soon as I thought of concealer, I thought of this. It is 100% the best concealer, even over Pat McGrath Labs. I stand by it, that I've ever tried. I love it. I can't get enough of it. The Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. So good. So good. So full coverage, so lightweight, not drying on my under eyes. It's like the only concealer I think that does all of the things that I need it to do, be smoothing, long wearing, just everything. And I don't know if you guys remember at the start of this year, I went on I said this year I was like doing my concealer journey where I was just gonna figure out what works for my under eyes. And I found it in this concealer. I really did. This is it. This is the one. I love it so much. I have two shades because their shade range is a little hard, and I would recommend going into a store and figuring out your shade. This is 2.7N, and 9 times out of 10, this is the correct shade, but because this foundation's a little bit too light for me, it's gonna be just a touch too dark. So I also have 2.1, which was the first shade I bought, but this one's way too light for me. So I just mix them together and it's fine. Which I know most people aren't gonna buy 2 shades of concealer. That's completely reasonable. But I mean, I love it so much, I'm gonna use them, it's fine. But I would recommend going in and finding your perfect shade so you don't have to buy it. I'm just gonna take my Rare Beauty concealer brush, which, as you know, is one of my favorite concealer brushes. But I'm also gonna give an honorable mention to the Angie Hot and Flashy A506. This is also one of the best. Actually, this is the best concealer brush, and this is a very second close. Both of these are very good, regardless. So just depending on which one you prefer, but I love both of these concealer brushes. Actually, I'm gonna use the Angie Hot Flashy. I really love this brush. It's like the BK101, but in a mini size, and I love it, and it's brilliant. And the thing that I love is you can like flip it to this side and then use that to like, you know, be a bit more precise with the concealer placement for your eyeshadow. It's so good. And then like, look how good this concealer is. Oh, it is so good, this concealer. I just love it. Now the cream bronzer, that is my one that I'm most thankful for. I feel like this will be no surprise. I have raved, like raved. I mean screamed from the rooftops about this product. This is the NARS cream bronzer in the shade Laguna, and if you haven't tried it, I don't know what else I can say to get you to try it, because honestly this is still the best product I think I've ever tried. Nearly best ever makeup product I've tried, honestly. I don't know what they did with this, but it is that good. It is that good. There's like a shade, I think this shade range is pretty good. It's like 6, I think, shades of this. I have the shade 1 because, you know, I'm the color of a piece of paper. And it's just, you guys, it blends itself. It blends itself. It is so perfect of a product, at least for me. So I'm just taking this on a little Real Techniques slanted brush, and I'm just going to, I'm probably gonna over bronze a little bit because I'm looking a bit pale. And I just tap it in, but see, like blended already. It's perfection, pure perfection. Does anyone know, actually, as a side note, I don't think this is limited edition anymore, right? If it is, someone tell me because I'm gonna buy it back up. I never buy backups ever, but I would have this because it is my favorite makeup product of all time. I don't know, the formula is just that good. The under eye powder that I am so thankful for is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Now I've come across a lot of good under eye powders this year. The Westman Atelier one, I know she says not to put that on your under eyes, but I find it works really well on my under eyes. The NARS Light Reflecting Powder is really good on my under eyes, but there is nothing that beats this, truly. It is so, so good. Only the loose one, not the hard press blurring one. That one sucks. So I just picked this up with my little brush, and then this is a Sigma F35 and I just tap it on, but this is just so smoothing, so setting. I have to set my under eyes. Even though they're dry, they need to be set, otherwise they just end up a disaster. And I just love it. It is hands down the best powder I've tried for my under eyes. I guess my T-zone as well, because it really smooths out my pores. Like, look at the instant difference that makes. It's such a good powder. And I know it is pricey, but it's gonna last you forever, trust me. I think I've had this. I don't know, when did I get this? Was it last? No, it was this year that I got it. But like, I still have so much left and I use this nearly every day. The rest of the face powder that I am really grateful for is the Uoma Beauty Trippin Smooth Powder. This powder is so good. I think if you have dry skin, you won't like it. If you have dry skin, stay away from it. But for me and my combination skin, especially in the Australian humidity, this is so good. And it is so blurring, so blurring. I love it. It really does just make me look like a filter. Now, in the middle of like winter, I find this is like a little bit hard for me to use, but because, not hard for me to use, but I just feel like the House Labs powder is a lot better during winter because my skin does get dry in winter, but during this summer, or like I wore this on my friend's wedding day and it just, my makeup lasted all day. So I'm just gonna tap this on with a little elf brush. The only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is the packaging. I know the packaging is like cool, but I'd just rather it in like one of those kind of like Laura Mercier packaging kind of styles, just because then I can just put my big fluffy brush in, or like my powder brush in or something like easily and just like get it. Whereas with this, I've got to use a smaller brush, which annoys me. Small detail, but you know, it's all of the things that come into play here. But I'm so thankful for this powder. It's just, it's gorgeous. Like, look at that. Oof, I feel like my skin looks utterly filtered. I love it. I love it. I don't really have any brow products that I'm like extremely thankful for, but I guess I'm just extremely thankful for brow products in general. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I do love actually. I am thankful for this because it fluffs and thickens my brows up. And I've got to admit, apart from the Mecca Beauty brow gel that I had been using, this is the only one that does like thicken and fluff my brows up. I also actually am thankful for the Benefit Gimme Precisely My Brow, because I love how thin and pointy this is, and it just makes like drawing in my sparse areas so quick and easy. A brow gel that I'm thankful for actually as well, I said I wasn't very thankful for any, but I am thankful for these. This is the NYX Control Freak brow gel. It's just the clear one, and I got this for free from Ulta when I was in America, and I really like this. I can't stop using it. It's nearly gone, but I just find, see how it like creates that like laminated, fluffy kind of almost like that fluffy brow effect. I really like it actually. And I'm sure this is probably pretty cheap. Onto bronzer. The bronzer that I'm thankful for is the House Labs bronzer. This is in the shade 3, which I think is like a light neutral shade, and I really like this bronzer. There's a lot of bronzers that I'm thankful for, but I really like this one. I'm also really thankful for this brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy from Mecca Beauty A507, sorry, and I really like this for bronzer. It just really like hugs my cheek really nicely. And I can't stop using it. Ever since I got it, I can't stop using it for bronzer. But this bronzer is just so smoothing. It's a lovely shade. It's so smoothing. It's like really natural of a bronzer. Like, it really is hard to tell that I'm putting product on. Like, it doesn't look powdery or like cakey in any way. It's very blurring. I'm in love with this bronzer. Let's actually finish the eyes and then we'll do blush and highlighter. I'm just gonna take this BK203 and I'm just gonna go into Statuesque and run that underneath here. And then just a little pencil brush into the dark brown. I just quickly went off camera and put my Charlotte Tilbury black eyeliner on and my Melt Cosmetics olive eyeliner on my lower waterline, and these are two eyeliners that I'm very thankful for. I love this Charlotte Tilbury one. I've gone through a whole one of these already. I just find it's really great for sensitive eyes, and I love that it's dual ended. It just makes it really easy, and I just love this Melt Cosmetics olive one. The color, I love it. I love an olive. I use this so often. It just adds a little something to a makeup look, and I just can't get enough of it. I really can't. It's amazing. I forgot to put an inner corner highlight on, so I'm just gonna dip into the champagne shade in this palette. And I'm just going to swoop this up a little bit in here. A mascara that I am very grateful for is the Lancome Lash Idole. This was the mascara that I wore on my wedding day. I love this mascara. It just makes me look like I have proper false lashes. I'm gonna do my lips before I do my cheeks, which is very much not the order I normally do things, but hey, here we are. You know, right? You know. Come on, you know. The Natasha Denona My Dream Lip Trio. Hands down am I thankful for this. Like, I cannot stop using this. It is the best lip combo of all time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop my lip on. Seriously, is that not the best lip combo of all time? It really is. It really is. I shan't lie, I have many blush, highlighter, cream products, all of that kind of stuff, like for blush and highlight that I feel very grateful for. So I've just kind of picked what I'm feeling like wearing today because there's a lot that I'm thankful for, but I'm very thankful for these. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the Lisa Aldridge liquid highlighter in Pink Moon, and I am so thankful for this, and I'm so thankful that she released a pink one because I love her Celestial Moon one and I have been waiting for a pink one. So I'm very, very thankful that she released this one. This is just probably the best liquid highlight that you can ask for. It's such a good product. And then I'm going to set that with a face product that I'm very grateful for. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury, I should have said face palette, sorry. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk face palette, and I love this. It is so beautiful. It's just such an everyday wearable product. The highlighters aren't too much, the blush isn't too much. It's really, really lovely. I'm going to pick up the pink highlight here just a little bit and just pop a little bit of that over the top of the Lisa one, because why not? So lovely. Okay. And then I was genuinely so floored by how much I loved this product when I tried it the other week. I haven't been able to stop using it. This is the NARS liquid blush. This one's in the color Behave. This product is flawless, like flawless. It is so lightweight, it just melts into the skin. And again, it doesn't even look like you're wearing makeup. It just looks like you were just born with makeup on or something. I don't know, it looks so natural. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit of this out on the back of my hand. I'm gonna take this on a Refa 37. I don't normally use this with a brush, so I don't know why I'm doing it today. I normally use a sponge, but oh, see? Such a good blush. Like, look at how beautifully that has just melted into the skin. We are gonna take a little bit of this blush over the top. I did also get the blush in Behave, the powder one, but I really want to use this one because I love this and it's a very, very similar color. And I just love how buildable this formula is. Oof. Oof. I'm feeling it. Setting spray, I am thankful for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I already have a backup of this. I don't know what magic in a can she did, but it's good. It's a great, 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 great setting spray. Definitely the best I've ever tried, for sure. So we have finished the makeup. Let me go and pop my hair on, if you don't know. Except from Hair Loss and Wear Alternative Hair. So I'm gonna go do my hair and come back and show you the finished look. So 2 seconds. So this is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? I really love it, and I just love that shade from Moonlit Seduction. It is so dimensional and beautiful. I just love it. But there you go. That is a full face of makeup that I am currently thankful for. I want to know what you are thankful for, whatever it is, makeup or not. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you are celebrating Thanksgiving, I wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving, and I am sending love to everyone out there during this time because I do know the holidays can be difficult. And for those of you not celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you are having still an amazing week. So that is the end of the video. If you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, pretty please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps my channel so much, and I really, really appreciate it. I think I've already said that. Anyway, I hope that you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye!